Hi, my name is Simone Mink and I'm a digital execution practice lead here at Mendix. And with me today I have Lina Domínguez, change manager at Mendix for about 2 years now, specializing in people and change. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Well, why are we talking about people? That's one of our pillars actually in the digital execution practice. And Lara Pucco, our Chief People Officer, recently did a talk about this topic as well. But I want to ask you that same question that we asked Lara. Why is taking people along with you on your digital transformation journey crucial to its success?
Well, I would say because change and transformation happens one individual at a time, right? Mm-hmm. And going back to Lara's answer about involving them, well, that's a way for people to have a sense of connection to the change, for them to feel involved, for them to feel that they have a stake in this change. Especially when you consider what percentage of the success of this initiative actually depends on people doing things differently. If that percentage is high, then do focus on the people side of change. And this will pay off with 3 key metrics for change management. The first one is speed of adoption. How quickly is your change or your transformation adopted? Is it 1 month? Is it 6 months? Is it a year after you finished your efforts? So the shorter this is, well, the more benefits your initiative will actually show. The second one is utilization. Are people actually embracing the change, using the change, the new system, the new tool? Because if they're not, if they revert back to their Excel, then benefits and return of investment is something to question. And then the third thing is proficiency. How well are people performing with this new change? Is this a matter of, simple training, or is this a matter of we need more practice, we need more hand-holding? So with these 3 aspects, you will see how quickly you can get to your desired business outcome, which at the end needs people behind it, needs people to do things in a different way. So the answer is right there in the question itself. You need people on board.
So, Lina, why is that dynamic of getting people on board with your change so complicated?
Well, that's a very good question, and I actually would like to demonstrate it with the help of my fellow Mendexites, Manuela and Dan. Please join us in the stage.
Yay!
Hey,
hello.
Hello.
So Dan and Manuela, I'm gonna ask you to please cross your arms.
Okay.
Okay, very good. How does this feel?
Powerful.
Yeah, but also closed.
Okay. Now I'm gonna ask you to cross your arms the other way around, please.
I'm getting an error here.
Yeah.
Like this.
That's awkward.
All right.
Yeah, I think,
Okay.
I'm like a knot.
You're like a nut.
Yeah.
Okay, you can let go. How did you feel about that very small change?
Weird, because this felt normal and then you had to switch it around. And
Uncomfortable?
yes.
Yeah, maybe, or not the usual thing.
Okay, thank you. And I guess this is the answer. Change can be uncomfortable.
And what a smart way to demonstrate that. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, that was the answer, right? Change can be uncomfortable, especially when it's poorly managed. But why is that the case? Well, change sometimes can threaten our survival. And this is unconscious because stability and predictability are precisely those things that our brain can see as we know what to expect, we know how to survive, we know this dynamic. But change will bring an extra new transition dynamic, and that's why it's just uncomfortable. But also, for change to happen, you need a triangle. And these triangles has 3 aspects. The first one, willingness. You need to want to change. Second one is capabilities. So you need to know how to change. And the third one are opportunities. So you need to be able to have moments in which you can intentionally practice your new change or embedded in your day-to-day work.
All right, so you mentioned willingness. Now, is there typical behavior that people display that shows how willing they are to change?
You would see behaviors as very supportive. So then you would have what we would consider your change evangelist. They would be very enthusiastic. They would be promoting the change. They would be telling basically everyone how great this is. And that's very visible, right? You will see it there. That's one type of behavior. A second type of behavior could be the passiveness of let's wait and see. So I don't say yes, I don't say no, I will be reserved about this. And there is a third behavior that is active opposing. So people will very be vocal about why the change, they don't believe in the change, or why are we even changing? Why are we doing things differently? So you would have these three aspects: the supportive, the neutral, and the deserter. And actually, converting your strongest deserter is one of the top tactics for managing resistance. And why is that? Well, because when you convert your deserters, then the neutral people will also follow. It's much easier for them to see, okay, maybe things did change, or maybe, this other group will be on board and we can also join. Yeah. So it's basically two birds, one stone.
Yeah, so if they were convinced, then it's probably good.
Do cherish them though. Do cherish your change advocates, because they will amplify, make more visible, and make a really good fuss about your transformation. You need that. However, have the difficult conversations with the people who are not supporting. Don't wait until the end.
All right. Thank you so much for your insights. And thank you. Tune in next time for more information.